Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I'll be doing a review of the Mira Safety Military Gas Mask and Nuclear Survival Kit. As you can see in front of me, I have the pieces of that kit right here, but there is one thing missing, and that thing is unfortunately, going to be the filter for the gas mask, but I can still do a very good review on everything. And the story behind that is that, as you guys know, possibly know, I had a fire. Pretty much everything I owned was lost. And when that happened, I had just received my Mira Safety gear to review, and I wanted to do an unboxing for it. And unfortunately, that couldn't happen because the box was destroyed. But what did survive was the gas mask. So this is a CM-6M gas mask. It's used by the Latvian military, Czech Republic, Saudi Arabia. It's a very, very well-made gas mask, and I can attest to it myself that this thing survived a 3-alarm fire. And in fact, it was pulled from the ashes of that fire by the firefighters after everyone had cleared, after the fire was gone. They handed it to me, and I was amazed that this thing not only survived, but it survived completely intact. Unfortunately, because of the situation, the filter that you could put on it did not survive. And it's not that I think that it didn't survive. It was just under so much debris that we couldn't find it. So it was lost forever, but the gas mask survived in perfect condition. So if you want to start off the review, that is the way to start it off. So that said, again, this is a whole kit that you can get, and you can get it on Mira's website. I'll be linking the website down below specifically, so if you want to click on it, check out what they have, definitely do that. And there's a lot of things. It's ranged from pretty low price to high price, but it's all high quality. And I can tell you firsthand, and I'll just get back to the gas mask, being that that's kind of the middle piece here, the centerpiece. So if you visit the Mira Safety website, you'll see that they have a myriad of things that you can purchase. Again, from these pills, for example, these are some of the least expensive things that you can buy, and those are intended to protect you from nuclear radiation in the event of a fallout incident, whatever that might be, whether it's a nuclear power plant going crazy or some sort of war, heaven forbid. That is meant to help protect you from that. But also, they have more expensive things like hazmat gear. They've got bulletproof vests on there, or bulletproof plating rather. So it's really, really high quality stuff. And I can tell you firsthand that in my experience, when it comes to my gas mask, that I purchased a gas mask from Israel, I can tell you firsthand that gas mask was cheap, and cheap is not good. So Mira Safety, relatively speaking, you'd be surprised. They like I said, they have a whole host of products. They have a range of prices, but they are, even though they are, some people might consider them expensive, I don't think they're all that expensive, especially for what they offer. Very, very well made, and you'll find nothing but good reviews for them. But that being said, this is a review of their products, and I kind of want to get into that now. So you have 4 different things here. So again, you have the centerpiece here. You have the CM-6M gas mask, and I'll put that on in just a moment. You have a canteen. You have your Thyrosafe thyroid pills. So pretty much what this will do is it'll put iodine in your thyroid, and what it'll do is help to protect against nuclear radiation. And in fact, actually, it says thyroid blocking in a radiation emergency only. There's 20 tablets in here. And actually, like I said, if you want to buy this on their website, it's fairly inexpensive for the entire thing. Never know. And also, you have a leg kit. So you put this around your leg, and I'll show you that in a moment, where you can put your gas mask in it. And as you can see here, and other things too, of course. I mean, this isn't just like a gas mask kit or a pouch, but it's perfectly well in there. So for whatever reason, you need your gas mask on the go, put it right in here, not a problem. So let's get going. Let's get started here on the gas mask. So like I said, all this can be purchased in a single kit or individually. So it's very important that you know that. And this has a 5-point harness on the back. So as you can see here, 5 points right there. And it is a very, very well-fitting thing. And I've actually been kind of amazed by the fact that it doesn't fog up. So like I said, with my previous experience with an Israeli surplus gas mask, it was just generic, that thing fogged up. You couldn't see out of it after 5 minutes. This, different story. So as you can see, fits perfectly well. It's very snug, not uncomfortable, and it's got about 95% intelligibility. So like I said, unfortunately, I'm not able to do a review with the filter, but rather it does show it where it is very, 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 very intelligible. And I'm getting actually plenty of air from this as well. So, like I said, it's built very well. This survived a 3-alarm fire. And though I couldn't find the filter, I have no doubt that that survived as well. So let's go over some of the features of the C6M6 mask, again, being that this is kind of the centerpiece of the kit. So this can actually fit up to 2 40mm standard NATO filters on either side. So as you can see here, you have 1 and 2. And also, it has a water spout. So even though this is a fairly standard thing for a lot of gas masks, it is a very, very welcome feature and something that's actually extremely easy to access. It's something that just kind of clips onto the side here. Right here, I can put this away too if I wanted to, pretty darn easily, and voila, right there, fits right to the side, no hassle. And as you could hopefully see here, there is a very easy to access spout that you can drink from. So it's pretty darn simple, and they make it very, very easy. And again, this can be used for a whole host of applications. You know, if you are of the survival type, you know, this can be used in riot situations. It's impact resistant, tear gas, pepper spray, mustard gas, for example. These are actually tested to be able to withstand mustard gas penetration for upwards of 30 hours. So very, very impressive stuff, again, from Mira Safety. And really what this kind of represents here is that you have a system that is relatively inexpensive. Again, I mean, it's $249 or so on their website, depending on if they have a sale or not. It's fairly inexpensive, but it's also something that you really can't afford not to have something like this. And so they offer numerous different types of gas masks on their site. This is their main kit, so to speak. So this is a pre-made kit that they offer, but they also have the C6 or the CM-7 mask, the CM-8, if I'm not mistaken, they have currently. And they have, like I said, a wide variety of options for you to have. This is the 6M mask, and again, I've been very, very impressed by this. And this is something that, again, in my previous experience when it comes to masks, I've tried out gas masks before. My family has been in job fields, let's just say it, in professions where gas masks are necessary. And I can tell you first and foremost, firsthand, that this is the best gas mask I've ever used, ever come across. Very well designed. And again, their list of clients speaks for itself. So definitely, if you're in the market for a gas mask, and again, I am Tankenstein, and I mostly make gaming content, but if you happen to be watching this video and you're in the market for a gas mask, I do thoroughly recommend this gas mask. It is an excellent option and something that I'm actually very, very happy that I have. And again, this thing survived a 3-alarm fire. Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to test it out in the fire. Well, unfortunately is a word that I might want to use lightly here, but I didn't have the ability to do it just because the fire happened so quickly. I only had about 30 seconds to get out of there, and this still was in the box. But again, it survived the fire. And that, plus its fact sheet, you can check it out in the link below. Definitely look at it. It speaks for itself. So if I'm going to recommend any gas mask this is a great one. And it's good for many things, like I said, for painting and just general around the house things, plus hypoallergenic on the inside. So before we move on to the next thing, and this is kind of going to segue into the next thing, again, this has the water spout that you can use, and it plugs directly right into the top of a 900 milliliter canteen that comes with both the kit and, if you purchase the mask individually. So it's a really interesting thing here. So you just go ahead and plug it in, and voila. So you just kind of have to plug it in there, and it'll be in very nicely, very comfortably, and that'll allow you to get water while you're wearing your gas mask, because heck, you never know, again, how long you're going to be wearing this. It could be a few minutes, could be hours, could be over a day. You never know. This is also going to be helmet compatible, plus you will be able to put a microphone in here if you need, which is sold separately on Mira's website. They do sell a microphone compatible with this that will allow you to communicate with other people at a range. So really, really cool stuff indeed. Now, beyond that, we have the Thyrosafe tablets here. So this is meant to provide thyroid protection in case of a nuclear emergency. There's 20 of these. And as you can see, they are in a neat little package. I'm not going to open it up because what's going to happen is if there is a nuclear emergency, you can bet I'm going to be keeping every single one of these just in case. But again, it's a pretty standard thing. These are actually pretty inexpensive on their website, surprisingly inexpensive as a matter of fact, and definitely something that most people should probably have in a nuclear survival kit, so to speak. Even if you're not really into the survival, into that sort of thing as a hobby or just as a prepper or whatever you might be, these are definitely useful to have because you never know. The world is a scary place, and as much as I don't ever want to panic people, we live in a time of great peace, believe it or not, despite what's going on in the world. You never know. Anything can happen, and with humanity literally harnessing the power of the sun with nuclear weaponry, and you never know who could use one, always safe to use. And finally, well, actually, before I get into the last thing, one interesting thing about the canteen is you can actually remove the adapter and drink directly from it. So, hey, you know, if you ever want to use this canteen as a on-the-go canteen, you're always more than able to do it very, very easily. So let's get into this now, and I'll just show you exactly how the pouch kind of links up to the leg. So as said before, this is going to be a leg harness. It can fit more things than just the gas mask, but that's primarily what it's used for. But again, you're able to use this in numerous different ways. You know, let's say if you want something extra that you can go camping with, this might not be a bad option to have. And again, purchasable on Mira's website. So you just go ahead, do this. So, picking this up. And it's got several different harnesses here. If you have meaty legs like what I have, it'll just latch right on in the widest setting possible. Called leg day, guys. And then as you can see there, and this isn't necessary, you don't actually have to keep this on here. So as you can see, very easily removable. And this is something that you can wear around, tighten it if need be. So obviously I'm not going to have a ton of knee muscle, but you know, you can fit this on a variety of people and it'll be very comfortable on you. Definitely something that is nice to have when talking about the extra or the gas mask. So with that all said, do I give this kit my Tankenstein seal of approval? Yes, I definitely do. I feel that this is a fairly inexpensive kit, but again, there's a big difference between cheap and inexpensive, and this is thoroughly inexpensive, especially considering what you get with the quality, but it is by no means cheap as in it is not poorly made. It is excellently made, very well made, And the fact that this is used by several militaries around the world speaks for itself, as well as organizations right here in the US, police, firefighters, people of that nature. It is a very, very good item. Plus, again, you have your pouch where you can store it. You have your canteen that you can use to drink water in case you need to, or as well as the Thyrosafe. Get 20 tablets in that. Definitely a good purchase. So again, I thoroughly recommend this. If this is something that you feel like you might need, whether you're a painter, you're looking out for possible riots in the future, again, you're not sure what's going on in the world, you want something to protect you, especially if you're living in a city, this is a good pack to have. Even if you're outside in the wilderness, again, for painting, hypoallergenic, pepper spray, tear gas, whatever the case may be, this can help protect you. So that said, thank you all so much for watching. Remember, link in the description below if you guys want to check out their website. I've got you covered. But either way, thanks again, and especially a big thanks to Mira Safety for just allowing me to review these things and being so patient with me after my fire. It really means the world to me, and I greatly appreciate it. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.